Hello, my name is Michelle Rankin, and I am an It Works distributor, and I'm also a massage therapist. And I want to visit with you a little bit today about how I incorporated my It Works business with my massage practice and eventually was able to retire or rewire, as we call it, from my massage practice. So I'll start with a little bit of my story. I was an Arvigo Mayan abdominal massage therapist, and so we specialize in everything abdominal, from fertility to endometriosis to digestive issues, prostate issues, benign prostate issues, and that kind of thing. And so I had been using a full body spa wrap in my practice as part of my packages that I was offering to clients, for some of the components of the herbs that were in those wraps. And they were a huge hassle. They were those full body spa mummy wraps, wrap my clients up from head to toe. There was nothing I could do but, reflexology on the feet while they were completely wrapped up. They had to be in my office for this treatment, and it just wasn't my thing. It wasn't something that I really enjoyed doing. It wasn't what I signed up as a massage therapist to do, but I felt like the wrap was an important component in my treatment. So what ended up happening was we are an adoptive family. So part of my journey and leading me to be basically a fertility massage therapist was my own journey. And we adopted, and our little angel 4 years ago came equipped with full-blown colic. And I had gone down to just a few days a week in my practice, and these wraps just had to go because I had to bring them home with me, and unlike the rest of my massage sheets that I could ignore for a few days, I had to deal with them immediately because they were wet. And then while they were still wet, I couldn't dry them. I had to roll them up on this pencil sharpener type of thing. So these were just a huge hassle. And they just had to go when my son came along. And I felt really bad about that because I felt like they were an integral part of my treatment. And so I just kind of put it out there to the universe that I was looking for a wrap that I could just send home with my clients. There just had to be something that was available. And my friend started to message me on Facebook about It Works, and I ignored her. I didn't know what she was offering. I didn't know what she was talking about. And finally she picked up the phone and she said, "Michelle, would you just look at the wrap for your massage practice?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, you have a wrap?" She said, "Yeah, we have a wrap. That's our sort of signature product." And I said, "Well, send me the information." So she sent me an ingredient list, and I was very impressed. And I realized that this wrap would serve the same purpose as the wraps I had been using. So just like I had been hoping for, this is something that's packaged individually and that I could send home with my clients. So this is this is just a demo wrap, and I'm going to show you sort of what it looks like and how you can incorporate it into your office. So it comes in a package of 4. So they come nicely gender neutral packaged, and they come in a package of 4. We say 1 is a treat, 4 is a treatment. So you want to have your clients use all 4 if they're going for the tightening, toning, firming effects of the wrap. You want them to use all 4. They can wrap every 40 or every 72 hours, and you'll teach them how to do this in your office. So it's very simple. You just open up the wrap, and then you unfold it. Now this is a demo wrap, so it's a dry wrap, but you just unfold the wrap. And I'll just move this down a little bit. I closed my massage practice down, so I'm recording in my guest room. So you unfold the wrap. So when the final unfold will be the part that's infused with sort of all the magic herbs, and it's a very thick, viscous cream substance that's on there that's holding all of the herbs. The most common place, and the place I was interested in placing this, is the abdomen, but you can use this with your clients anywhere from the neck down. This is a cosmetic product according to the FDA, so depending on your massage state laws, you may or may not be able to actually physically place this on your client's body. No problem if you can't, if that's not within your license. All you're going to do is teach them to put this on themselves because you want them to see how easy it is and to take it home with them. So I'm going to show you how you can actually do a massage with the wrap on. So what you would do is you would teach them to unfold the wrap, place it on their abdomen, and at this point they just have their shirt, lifted up and sort of tucked in, and they still have their pants on just low. And so they would place it on the abdomen, and it sticks pretty well because it's infused with all the cream and the herbs. But in order to make it stay in place while they undress and they get on the table face down, you want to use probably the best thing to use. We sell something called Fab Wrap, but I found in my massage practice that the easiest thing to use, this is like what you would put under ankle tape, and it's a fabulous product for home use. For your massage practice, I would suggest using dollar store saran wrap. And the reason is because they'll have the wrap on them, and then they're just, you can do this part. You can just go around them with the saran wrap. And what you want to do is if you get a gap, you just twist it, and that will make that tight. That will take up that slack. And then what you'll do is have them go ahead and just pull their shirt down. You'll step out of the room, and then they'll get down on the table and they'll be prone. And when you come in, what you're going to do is just take a scissor, and you're just going to gently slit up the back of that saran wrap, and you'll just open that up, and then you've got the whole back to work on. This is if you want to wrap in your practice during a massage. I seldom did that. I usually just sent it home with them because I needed the abdomen accessible during the massage. But that's something that you can do. You can sell a package. You can do something like a skinny pack. We have Defining Gel, which is a sister product to the wrap, and this is truly a gel. It's a weak version of the wrap solution, and it's meant for everyday use. I liked using this on my clients because these are herbal products, and you would rule out an allergy by having spot tested this. So if they were going to buy wraps from me, I would just quickly spot test this on the inside of their wrist, and then I would know if there was going to be any allergy. I've never seen an allergy, but that was something that I just always wanted to rule out. And I have wrapped a lot of people, and I've never seen an allergy, but of course we're talking about natural products. Like, you always ask your clients if they're scent sensitive, or with the oil that you're going to choose. So Defining Gel is also tightens, tones, and firms, and it also reduces the appearance of cellulite. So this is how I would have used this in my practice had I been more of a spa style massage. I would have, and it says on here, the more you massage, the better the results. So I would have actually done a fairly like a deeper massage on the upper thigh for cellulite with this product, and then I probably would have gone to work on another part of the body and let this penetrate. You can also wrap the thighs. That would be actually pretty easy to do in your practice as well. If you wrap the thighs, one hint that I have for you is to have the client place their foot up on a stool, just so that you're having a little more personal space there, to have their foot up on a stool. But the Defining Gel, I would have them I would rub that in onto their upper thighs. And then what I would go ahead and do is I would use our Stretch Mark cream. And this is a very thin, it could be like a massage lotion. I actually brought this in for a client that had very crepey skin, and I was worried about him having skin tears. And I just had one of those instincts that I should bring in this product for him. And he ended up buying it because he's noticed a really big difference in the tenacity of his skin, which is of course important. He was an elderly gentleman. With the Stretch Mark cream, what I would use, were I a cupping massage therapist, I would do a cellulite treatment after I rubbed the Defining Gel in really well. I would do cupping with our Stretch Mark cream. So you can do a skinny massage, you can do a full body massage with these two products, have an upsell, have that a skinny massage, send them home with a wrap, use the wrap in your practice. The sky's kind of the limit. So what I did, because I wasn't a spa style therapist, I was sort of trying to take on less clients, not more, when I encountered this product, because I wanted to be eventually a stay-at-home mama. What I did was I kept a photo album, a simple, like, I don't even know, dollar store photo album with before and after pictures in it. And where my clients would come in my waiting room, I simply had this sitting there. I made the magazines a little bit less accessible, and I had this just sitting there when they walked in, and nothing else, except for I did have a little bit bigger version of this flyer printed out, and this is something that's accessible to you as a distributor. It just says, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? And that is all I had in my office. I didn't have any big crazy marketing. And then I had a box of greens. I'll talk about our greens for a second before I go into how I introduce the products to people. Okay, greens are probably my absolute favorite product. I can tell you amazing stories of healing with the greens by getting my clients on these. So what I did was just had this box of greens there, and as they left, I would give them a half of a packet. I start people on a half of a packet in water. These have multiple servings of fruits and veggies in them, as well as 38 detoxifying, alkalizing herbs and superfoods. I'm not kidding you. I've taken a lot of greens. I'm actually a cancer survivor, and I'm a green drinker. I'm a green smoothie, drinker and a juicer. These have changed my life, and I already had a high green content. The other thing I did was I just drank my greens all day long. And of course, your clients ask you, you're probably a juicer, and they are used to seeing you drinking something strange. You can tell them this actually tastes good. So I would give them a half a packet of greens, and then I would just, roll it up and tape it and send them home with the other half for the next day. Helps with recovery post-massage, in my opinion, if you look at the ingredients. So this is all I kept in my office. So again, I had wraps in in the back room, but I had a photo album, that little flyer, and then a box of greens. And people cannot they could not sit down without picking this up. It's just human nature. They picked it up and they flipped through it. And so, you know, as they were waiting for me to change my linens and, you know, wash up and everything, they would be looking at this, and I would walk in the room and I would say, oh, you know, hi, Mary, what are we working on today? And inevitably they would say, what's this? And I would say, this was crucial, I would say, oh my gosh, those are fabulous. I'll tell you all about it. And then I would immediately bring the conversation right back to them, and I would say, how's that shoulder doing? Or what are we working on today? You know, how you get your clients to open up to you. And so what I would do is I would not talk about the products right then and there, because they had come in for a massage. I wanted to honor their hour with me, and I wanted to get them on the table. So nonchalantly, in the middle of their massage, when, you know, when it worked, I would remember that they had asked about the wraps, and I would say, oh my gosh, you asked about those wraps. Oh, let me tell you about them a little bit. And then I would talk about the wrap briefly. And then I would suggest usually one of two products that I felt were important. If they were an abdominal client, or if they had stuff going on in the abdomen, I actually would recommend the abdominal wrap. If they were someone that was, you know, concerned about their appearance, I would recommend the wraps as well. But usually for pain, I recommended Relief. And this, I mean, this product is fabulous. I don't know exactly why it seems to work better than some of its, you know, competitors on the market. You will have extremely happy clients when you put them on the Relief. So I would say, you know, I would say, oh, the wrap and this, and I would plant the seeds about the wrap just a little bit, and you'll learn how to do that when you become a distributor. But then I would say, you know, the product I was thinking that you might be interested in is the Relief. You know, this is key. I said, I don't know if it'd work for you, but it really works for a lot of people with whatever kind of pain they have with pain. And if you want to try it, I can hook you up with my discount. Okay, so I was not someone that could retail things in my office. I know that the industry standard is, you know, is 100% markup, buy it for 50 and sell it for 100. It's not in my blood. It is not in my blood to sell something. If I ordered in a pain cream for my clients, I would just give it to them, and you know, if they demanded to pay, I would eat the shipping it, because I felt bad. I felt like they would think I recommended it only because I was going to make money on it. And that was just my issue. And I know that there are a lot of people that have that. So this works really well for me. We have a loyal customer program, and the loyal customer receives the same discount as a distributor does. And it's about 40–45% depending on the product. And so what I said to them is, if you'd like to give it a shot for 90 days, loyal customers order for at least 90 days with us, I can hook you up with my discount. And that totally diffused that I was, you know, recommending a product to them that I knew was going to work and I really wanted them to take. But had I needed to order it in, you know, for 25 and sell it for 50, I couldn't have done it. With this, you don't carry any inventory, so I just go ahead and order that in. You can carry a couple things in your office. You can't have like a, you know, a store set up where people just come in and grab it off the shelf, but you can, you know, you can have a bottle of Relief on hand and sell it to them retail, and then go ahead and enroll them as a loyal customer so that they can get your discount. But I just love our loyal customer program. That really, really made this easy for me. So again, what I said was, I don't know if this would work for you, but it worked for, and I would name it, you know, like my last client, or, you know, person name them, but, or I would say, you know, a true story, or I see this working for a lot of people. If you'd like to try it, I can hook you up with my discount. And that really, really worked. Okay. So I've talked to you about the products that I would bring into the office. We have a number of products. If you're in more of a spa style setting, you would probably love some of our facial line. I feel like they're just really top notch. I kept it very simple, and I recommended to them just a couple of our products. The greens and the Relief were really big. The stretch mark cream and the defining gel. And then we have what's called the It Works system. And this is some of our most popular products combined into a system, and then the addition of a product that I'm extremely excited about. So the It Works system is ThermoFit, which raises your metabolism without any caffeine. It works with hot peppers and like acai berry and some different herbs that are in it. And the greens and the wraps, and then we have a new cleanse that has just been added. And I don't know about you, but I just had umpteen clients ask me about cleanses. And I was someone who was very familiar with cleansing. I'd done cleansing, I'd gone to retreats and things, but I wasn't in the position that I felt like I could lead a client start to finish through that. So I love this product, and I've ordered mine. It was just announced last week, but it's a pre-made bottle, and you take one in the morning, one at night for 2 days, and then you go onto the system, which again is that thermal fit that raises your metabolism, the greens, and then you wrap every 3rd day. And I personally am down 30 pounds. I haven't even added in the cleanse yet since January. This is the 17th of February. So since New Year's when I started, I am down 30 pounds, and I'm using a combination of a low carb diet and these products. And I've never been able to stick well to that clean of an eating plan before these products. So I am just really, really grateful for that. So that's just a little bit about how I work the products into my massage practice. You can make up a skinny massage menu, and you can also have that laying there when people come in if you're in more of a spa type setting. The other thing that I want to bring up is that we earn a lot of residual income by building a team, and it's advantageous to build a team. You don't have to. You can enroll, customers till at the end of time, and you'll make, an extra stream of income doing that. But pretty quickly, you may see that building a team is something that's going to be hand saving when you're able to go down to part-time or really pursue something that you have always wanted to do, but you're having to be in that massage practice to make ends meet. So the way that I brought this up with people was, we get to know our clients extremely well, that, and this broadcast you could share with anybody in a service or sort of a healthcare setting. And so, they often open the door, and I didn't have a solution other than the fact that, I sort of felt like a de facto life coach, but they lost their identity in raising their beautiful family, or they, looking at, maybe becoming single after a lot of years and are worried about finances, or finances are keeping them in a dangerous relationship, or the kids are going to college and they're looking for an extra stream of income or something to do for themselves. People tell us all of this. And so I just did the same thing. I just said, I don't know if this would work for you, but I sure see a lot of people making a lot of money with this. Maybe I can send you some information later. And they opened the door, whether or not they were open to that or interested in that. And meanwhile, I was growing a business, and they were watching that, and they became very interested in that. So what the rest of my story is that right after I joined, and I was not going to do the business, I was not interested in doing the business. I didn't even want to admit that I had signed up for a home-based business, component of my massage practice, but I really wanted this wrap. I felt like it was like the product I had been dreaming of. And I got to an event early on, and I saw the heart and the soul of the CEO of this company and his wife and our leadership team. And I looked around, and I saw real people just like me that were making a whole lot more money than I was hourly. And frankly, we aren't getting paid if we don't have a client on the table. You might be in some sort of a employee setting, but then your hourly income isn't, it is all the same. People think massage therapists make all this money, and we just don't. So I'm preaching to the choir, I'm sure. So I saw right away we had been, dreaming of adopting a second time, and there was no way that we could do that without me being in my massage practice more hours, which defeated the purpose of me waiting over a decade for the angel that we had adopted and wanting to be more of a stay-at-home mom. So I was just in this quandary of I just felt so torn between my practice and my clients and my family, and we really wanted to add to our family through adoption. So I realized right away that this was how I could pay for a second adoption. And I looked around, and I saw those everyday average people that were just really, changing their lives, and debt doesn't, or money doesn't buy happiness, but debt buys crankiness. And we had crankiness at our house because we'd spent a lot of money on fertility treatments, and then adoption is extremely expensive, and ours had gone very quickly and had rolled onto a credit card. So I just told my husband, I didn't tell him I signed up for this, but when I did, and he gave me his big long sigh and huff, I said, give me 6 months. I said, we don't carry any inventory. This isn't going to cost us anything. Let me just see what I can do with this and see if we can't get out from under this debt. Well, that was speaking his language. So he got behind me as far as supporting, this business in whenever I had time to work on it. So I hope that that's helpful for you. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. It has changed my life. Even if you don't want to, close your massage practice and do something else, I plan to incorporate it still. So I'm keeping my license and I'm doing my CEUs. And what I plan to do is I'd like to teach touch in orphanages. That's dear to my heart, and that's something that I just couldn't do as a working massage therapist until my kids are through college and I'm not young. So that would be a long time from now. And I would be much older than I am and wanting to continue working. So, start to dream big. There's so much more that we can do when we have a little bit extra money at the end of the month. There's so many other people that we can help. And in the service profession, and especially in massage, our hearts are this big. And this is a way that you can give back. This is a way that you can give to your community in the way that you dream of doing, that is easier than doing it, with your hands. So I hope that you will join us on this adventure. I hope that you'll get back to the person that invited you to take a look at this, and I can help answer other questions for you if you have more. So again, I'm Michelle Rankin. Thanks for listening.